All right, hello. This is Psychochronic, aka Psychorarity, and here we are again with another episode of Rarity Talk. And if you do not know what Rarity Talk is, it is my vlog or show or podcast, whatever you want to call it. But I say vlog because it shows various histories and photos and video matches of my time in the FGC for almost 2 decades, holding it down up here in the great white north of Canada. And here we are again with another episode of Rarity Talk, episode 64, ST Toronto History of Top 8s from 2006 to 2009, then 2014 to 2019. Psychochronic, aka Psychorarity, discusses ST history of top 8s, a small history of all the top 8s in the Toronto home major T Series Toryuken Canada Cup of two timelines within a 13-year time frame. The 64th episode of hopefully many part Canadian history lesson, part time theater, part photo album. Speaking about the Canadian Street Fighter community through my perspective, and before we even start this episode, we're still in the intro. So, of everything that I've done of ST Toronto, I've put 9 episodes so far. Of all the 64, 9 episodes have emphasis of ST Toronto in there. And there will be more, trust me. I have a lot of filler material to go through. Went through a lot of travel filler. Now you're going to go through some local filler. So, start up. Timeline 1, 2006 to 2009. End of the OG era going into SF4 era. Timeline 1, since Super Turbo is treated as a side game in the home major, must have the mandatory of 16 entrants. So, let's start off at T7 in 2006. So, this is your top 8. Jerron Justin Paul Wall, then Dogberry, Psychochronic WB, Arturo David Spence. So, this is your top 8 of that. So this is the first appearance of ST in the T tournament, as the previous 2 home majors were AE, Anniversary Edition. Instead, you must factor everything on Japanese hardware. So you have to understand at the times, if you lived in Mississauga, downtown Toronto, Brampton, you had to play on an American stick, but all the tournaments are done uptown Toronto, meaning you have to play on Japanese stick. So in this scene, you go through a stick crisis. All right, no problem. Outer people from outside communities got to do the same thing too. You play on American stick, but you come to the T tournament, you will be playing on Japanese stick. Stick crisis, unavoidable. Everyone should be thanking Dogberry, as the arcade board is actually his board. So from my understanding, Dogberry had a green 03, so Japanese Alpha 3, a green 03, and a gray Super Turbo, so European version. All right, cool. The boards are his, but they need to be installed in the arcade. So this was the only way you could get legacy emphasis in the scene. The legacy emphasis was, well, pretty low. I mean, your main games are CVS 2, Marvel 2, Third Strike, but your legacy games at this time, at this year, are Super Turbo and Alpha 3. So without those boards, you wouldn't have MTLSF coming out of hibernation and having their 5 versus Empire. You wouldn't have the first ever ST tournament at the Canadian Major without that board. So everyone should be thanking him. He is of legacy god. Psychochronic eliminates CB to get in top 8. Losers eliminates David Spence Dalsum. And then I got eliminated by Dogberry. So this is important because when I faced CB, so he's from the Kingston, Ottawa area. So that's about 3 to 4 hours east of Toronto. I faced him first round in Guilty Gear XX Slash. And I faced him first round in Street Fighter Alpha 3. Fuck this shit. I'm going to fucking face this guy. And when I face this guy, I'm going to beat him, and then I have that momentum. When I played against David Spence, I knew that he does not play on Japanese sticks. And I think luck must have played a factor for me on that one. Because I felt like this was important. A top 5 finish finally at a major, and you beat the Generation 1 Elder God in the process. It's like that kind of meant a lot to me. WB eliminates Arturo Sanchez in top 8 losers. So Jamie WB, the Hamilton Chun-Li, is going through the same similar story. Okay, he has to eliminate a top Dalsum, and in this case, it's Arturo. So you got to factor in Japanese sticks for this one. So I felt like there was a lot of legitimacy on the line for this one. Pretty good. Justin Wong forfeits grand finals to Jerron Grayson due to time constraints. Understandable because he did this. Executioner did the same thing in Marvel. He forfeited the grand finals because, time constraints. Justin's gonna win. You gotta play a 4 out of 7, which is too fucking long. So it's like, okay, fine, whatever. All right, no problem. All right, and I think that, yeah, that is the end for T7. So yeah, the first ever arcade major, the first ever appearance of Super Turbo in there. All right. T8, 2007. So Justin, Arturo, Jamie WB, David Spence, Psychochronic, Family Man, Dogberry, Contra. Ooh, what went on here? Played on the Evo standard on PS2 Capcom Classics Collection 2. So that means 4 to 8 frame input delay with random sound bites. Everyone said that this game was arcade perfect, and everyone believed it until people finally did the research within time. It takes months to do research about shit like this. Not something that can be done overnight. That's kind of ridiculous. So I remembered a lot of things. 6 Chun-Lis, which is fucking ridiculous. Like really 6 Chuns. First appearance of Lord Song of Montreal, who managed to place second at the SBO East Coast qualifiers for Anniversary Edition, but is one match from top 8 and is also one of those 6 Chun-Lis, which is fucking ridiculous. I think we had like 24 entrants for this one. Well, alright, so I felt like everyone did step their shit up. Me repeating a top 5 is pretty expected, but who did I have to go through in the process? Dogberry in the process, because there was a very huge difference between arcade and console. So I'm like, all right, whatever. We have to deal with this, console version. So it is pretty much expected that there will be random results in every tournament of this year, which is pretty ridiculous. Jamie WB beating David Spence and then getting to top 3, pretty expected. I knew he would be the strongest Chun-Li out of both of us. I beat Dogberry, and then Family Man eliminated Dogberry in losers. I don't understand why. My understanding is that why would you choose Claw against E Honda when Claw has the troubled match against E Honda? That's one thing. First time seeing a Zangief in top 8, so that was pretty good. So Guile Chun, also got Dalsum Chun. All right, That's pretty expected. T9, 2008, final major. This is the final major in the era before Street Fighter 4. So Justin Wong again, top 8. He wins it. So Jamie is the top Chun, and then you have me as the second top Chun again. But we're in top 3 for this one. Ratio 1 beatdown out of nowhere. CVS 2 God. He showed that he can play, AE and, Capcom Fighting Jam and Marvel 2 among the years. Jason Boss from Montreal. RPG V2 from Hamilton. Very great player. Very underrated at the time, because even though he was a very knowledgeable player, him getting top 8 this is his first top 8. Jed 07. So with Jed 07, he was the next player. He comes from G3 Evolution. So the Mississauga anime group for, Street Fighter Alpha and KOF and Guilty Gear and Melty Blood. So he was one of the few players that wanted to learn this game. So me and Dogberry helped him out, and within a year and a half, this guy fucking gets his first top 8, which I was pretty impressed. I'm like, you know what? That was pretty good. Shiro 420, all the way from Edmonton, plays X-Men versus Street Fighter, but it can show that he has a very decent DJ. So, alright. So, played on the Dreamcast version with Japanese sticks provided. The general FGC ditched out PS2 Capcom Classics Collection 2 due to too many bugs. Follow the Evo standard Dreamcast or play on the PS2 Hyper Street Fighter 2 version as an alternative. Because I noticed that the British scene did that as an alternative. No arcade perfect ST. We're going to play on AE until a solution is found. Alright, I understand that. Dogberry unable to show up. All right, I remember that. He gave me the phone call. He couldn't show up because I remembered me running the brackets, and I ran this on Sunday. This was one of the first games to be ran on the Sunday. Personal rule of 2 out of 3 until top 8, and then top 8 becomes 3 out of 5. Let's just make it interesting. Make it. Why the fuck not? Number one, it's my bracket. I'm the main director for this one, so I get to call the shots on this one. We all made the argument, oh, 2 out of 3 is too fast. Make it 3 out of 5. No problem. Here you go. And this is what happens when we play. The first 2 rounds is 2 out of 3, and then top 8, 3 out of 5. This is what we get. I think that's pretty good. Newcomer Jet 07 top 8 after learning the game nearly 2 years is the first of the latter generation player base. So out of everyone new at the time, after me showing up in the scene, who would be the next player molded to be the next top player, learned from me and Dogberry, and then has had to face, RPG V2 and WB? That person would be Jed. So within time, I've clearly shown, like, hey, you learn this game with us, you're gonna get fucking top 8. You're gonna become a top player. This proves that. This proves that formula because it was all about the CVS2, it was all about the MVC2 and the Third Strike, and then SF4 is coming out. So at least I can show, hey, we can mold a top player. We can turn a scrub into a champion, into an eventual champion. This was just the start. All right. TX 2009. So Arturo, Freddy Loco, Karamba, Dogberry, Jason Boss, Yellow S4, Psychochronic, Jimmy Bone. Alright. Main tournament on Dreamcast with Final Burn as an agreeable alternative due to players using PS3 sticks, hence random results. Okay, here's the thing. It was initially supposed to be Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix on Xbox 360, and I had 2 of those fucking Fisher Price Hori EX2s on hand ready, a full out setup, and we even lowered it from $10 to $5, and nobody wanted to fucking enter it. So I'm like, okay, fuck this. We're going to run Super Turbo at $10, and you have a choice of either you can play this on Dreamcast with whatever stick you want, or you can play on we can bring a laptop and we can play this on either on Final Burn. So you can use your USB sticks because everyone is playing on USB sticks because of Street Fighter 4. So you're playing that on PS3. So this is the only alternative that we could do. Half Dreamcast, half Final Burn, and you have random results. This is this not the first time, but the second time in history where you ran 2 different versions of this in the same tournament. And it reminded us of the time where past story where they ran an SF4 tournament at ANC, but it was both PS3 and 360. So you had conflicting issues of PS3 user versus 360 user, and then eventually it all majority of the players played on PS3. So here for this part, majority of the players played on Final Burn. Team Hamilton RPG V2 not showing up for singles. Fuck that team tournament. I did not want to fucking list it. Oh, who won the team tournament? Montreal. So Jimmy Bones, Thello. Oh no, not Thello. I forget. Second was Hamilton. So Fob Hunter, RPG V2, WB, and third place was me, Jet07, Dogberry. So I think it was Will Destroya, Thello, not and Jimmy Bones. I forget. It's been a long time. This event kills out the ST activity for 3 years as it shows zero interest in the SF4 era. Not even STHD was enough to garner interest. So I'm like, yeah, fuck this. So this is where I realized as a tournament director, I'm sick and tired of people with their top player privileges, and I'm not getting compensated and whatever, etc., etc. I'm like, fuck being an organizer sometimes, being the director, being the guy who runs the brackets. It's very, very tough. Shit doesn't run on time. Things that don't go in your favor. I honestly believe that this is the worst top eight in terms of the OG era. This is the worst top eight in this timeline. You had two CVS2 players who didn't even touch ST, just go in and just beat everyone out. You had Dogberry still holding it down. He always got he never got top three in these four pieces. He never got top three, so I can understand the heartbreak of getting a fourth place. Jason Boss repeating top five from the previous major. Yellow S4 out of nowhere, a third strike CVS2 P Groove player, Perry Master J. Okay, we all know he uses grapplers, and he also uses Potemkin in Guilty Gear, so it's like it's no surprise. But I'm like, he fucking entered. I'm like, really? Me, that I can clearly show that I can still get top 8 at the home major, and then an upcoming Jimmy Bones who has shown that he can get top 8 at at the big major. So, yeah, we're playing on frame skips. We cater to the players, and this is the result we got. Yeah, so this is basically our Evo 2005 DSP PS1, bad major. Yeah, this was it. So, all right, and this is the end of that chapter. Welcome. This is the end of timeline 1. So there you go. All right. Timeline 2, 2014 to 2019. So late SF4 era going into Street Fighter 5 era. STHD completely omitted and not included in the timeline. No interest for this game after the first 2 years, as Street Fighter 3 Third Strike Online Edition becomes the new legacy game in Toronto Street Fighter. No Super Turbo activity in majors from 2010 to 2013. So when it comes to the STHD, the only way that you can have local activity, My House for STHD, and then eventually when the entire general FGC dished out STHD for Vanilla ST, all right, Vanilla ST, and then we can have that. We can host some of that shit in My House, and that board provided by Unessential will be also occasionally at ANC World to garner some interest. So we're going into the first revival here, basically, the first revival. Timeline 1 clearly shows a different version of ST played at the home major with the added condition that you must have 16 players minimum. It's CPS2 arcade board from here, as it's the new standard, new port coming into SF5 era in Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, not considered acceptable. So yeah, we have standards in this fucking scene, and the standard is we play on the real shit possible. I understand that can be a half-half because not many people can have access to that. So people have to, play on console or fightcade laptops, and I understand that. But you're gonna play competitively. It's the real deal, whether you like it or not. Canada Cup starting 2016 to be a research top 16 because of its huge numbers. All right. Omitted out anything on a smaller scale. Canada East Championships, Red Bull Proving Grounds, and Super Turbo Showdown are not included. Alright, no problem. No problem. Toryuken 3, 2014. So, if any time I see a YouTube link, you will showcase the grand finals.
The all-new Hyundai Kona electric SUV. It charges fast.
So, Justin, yeah, alright, here you go. You will showcase. So, it's only 5 minutes. So, Jimmy Bones and winners. So, timeout here. Timeout here. Let's just. Alright, so Jimmy Bones, Justin Wong, Thello, Jet07, Dogberry Oz, Psychochronic Will Destroy. Alright, perfect. Alright, no problem. First time ever in Toronto history where the winner gets a plane ticket to Evo 2004. So in the history of this scene's 13-year existence, for the first time ever, an Evo ticket is on the line. And for what game of all fucking games within the history, Super Turbo gets that. So my understanding is half the ticket is paid by ANC Games, the other half is paid by RX's. No problem. Final chance for anyone in the past era to see if this will motivate to get out. Majority have phased out. Few OGs with hopeful online players as our player base. Only 16 entrants on this one. Personal disappointment as the expectance was at least 24 entrants. So I'm the person that fucking ran this fucking bracket on the Sunday. And just for a side story, and I think I've told people this was hosted on the Sunday. So I have to bring a CRT, and then Unessential has to bring his setup. He had two setups and one of them flaked out, so we had to work with one. So you're giving me so much stress. But the Friday before, at when they did ANC for this team tournament for Marvel and Street Fighter 4, I had a gastro attack and almost went to a fucking hospital. So guess what, man? This shit ain't fucking easy. Like, I get stressed out pretty fast, and like never have I felt like a visual, like literal health scare that would almost put me to a hospital. It eventually did happen years later, where I actually got a gastro attack at a local and did go to a hospital. So I felt like there was a lot of stress for me on this one. Plus, I'm already like competing on this one. The highest ranked Canadian given the Evo plane ticket and a spot in the prestigious Tournament of Legends 2. Justin Wong already qualified. So even if Justin Wong wins, it doesn't fucking matter. Highest ranked Canadian, you are going to get your ass to Evo and you're getting that fucking prestigious Tournament of Legends 2 spot. Psychochronic, me, with the most amount of appearances, 5 for Tournament of Legends 2 qualifiers. So I went to Winter Brawl, Civil War, Arcade Legacy, East Coast Throwdown, and Toryuken. So I had planned that I would do, somewhat of a small circuit journey, and felt like, you know what? If I'm not gonna qualify, at least I got to say I got to enter the most amount of qualifiers possible. So consider that some type of like consolation experiments. You didn't qualify, but you went to the most possible. And this doing something like this, like Road to Tournament, I already did an episode of when I did Road to Tournament of Legends 3. This is the only thing close to a Pro Tour Cup that I'll ever qualify for. I'm not a good top Street Fighter 4 player, so you think I'm gonna qualify for Capcom Cup? Hell no. So it's like, okay, with ST, that sounds realistic, but hey, man, it's as close to a Pro Tour Cup as you'll ever go through. First top 8 appearance of Oz, boxer and old hawk, local player from GGPO coming to occasional sessions since 2012. Final student of Brett Cave, so similar to Jetto 7, and this is the final tournament of Jetto 7 before moving to Malta. So Oz has the similar of Jetto 7 years prior. You know what? We're gonna you play this time. Oh, okay, you came in during the Street Fighter 4 boom, and STHD is dead, so you play on GGPO, which has a better net code. Now you have local competition. He came out and he learned the game. So I'm proud of the fact that he placed top 5 at the home major. So I'm very proud of that. So it's like, you know what? It was me, Dogberry, Jed, and we were also teaching Unessential at the same time, because Unessential comes in is more newer, because Unessential actually played in the Street Fighter 4 tournaments in the arcade before console release. All right, so I would say that Oz, final student of Brett Cave, and that's a proud achievement. I can, you know, always be happy because we helped someone turn a scrub into an eventual champion. Final tournament of Jetto 7 before moving to Malta. So this is Jetto 7's final tournament before moving to Malta. So he'll be in Europe, and then the ST. We don't know where we go on from here. So okay, I have a grand finals. Okay, let's show the. I want to watch the grand finals. Toronto was stronger than Montreal in third strike, yes.
Taking round one.
Like historically.
So the run back comes back. Balrog versus Old Sagat. Both very much aware of what each other can do. Jump in. Oh,
my
really?
goodness.
Oh! He dropped the combo, but he still won regardless.
It was a nice mix-up.
Man, that's
Game one, Jimmy Bones. He has the ticket in his hands, in his
Yep.
right hand, but can he hold our money in the left?
Yeah, yeah.
That Monopoly money.
that color money.
They put a KOF guy in Yasunagi in commentary. Like, I didn't agree with that.
Both combatants very careful right now.
Yeah, right now Justin Wong with the life lead, but Jimmy has the super stock, so he might be. Oh no, he decides to bend it, and Justin decided to take the safe route, block it all rather than risk a reversal.
Oh,
It looks like we got the
nice patience on Jay Wong's part.
Rarity just watching the game right now.
Appeared to watch his
Fellow
home team
MTL,
win.
fellow MTL comrade play Street Fighter.
The best Street Fighter. You guys should get in on this game.
Wow, over 700 viewers so far for this.
Yeah,
Thank you,
700
man.
viewers. 700 viewers watching the Canadian TOL qualifier.
Great game.
Toryuken 3, Aldi and Yorkdale Super Turbo Tournament of Legends Grand Finals. And Jimmy, he's getting in there. He has the super stock now. Oh, he's gonna. Oh,
Wow.
jumps over that.
He just
heavy
jumps
hit.
over.
I can't believe how many jump hits he's getting away with.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like, really, Justin? You should be fucking Tiger uppercutting that shit immediately.
That was Tiger uppercut and the
Beautiful.
Oh, Jimmy going in there.
Nice
Beautiful
combo.
block straight.
Nice. He knew he would jump out of there.
Keep-
Beautiful.
Keeping Sagat in the corner. Sagat getting some space. Ooh. Jimmy with the super stock.
Dash upper to super.
Oh, Jimmy.
Jay Wong is desperate.
Oh my god, really?
Game 2. He's on tournament points. Can Justin Wong prevail and take it back? It's a long journey for him, but he's got the Wong
Do it,
factor.
MTL. Do it. Do it, Jimmy.
Now, okay, already right.
Do it
Okay,
for
when you,
Canada, Jimmy.
I understand the Canadian,
Flag in the grand finals.
the Canadian perspective. Go Canada, but I don't want to. I can't be as a Toronto area player. I cannot personally be like MTL, MTL. I can't fucking do that. Hell, fucking, I can't do that.
Okay, Justin Wong.
Like, do this for Canada. Like, go Jimmy. Like, good shit. Do it for Canada, but I will not. Like, I'm not gonna fucking just bury my own city and just have an MTL chant. No way.
Oh no.
Super him. Just fucking.
Can go for the chip damage, but he's gonna try.
All right.
Oh,
low
good
rush.
stuff. Low rush.
Headbutt to low rush.
Tournament points for Jimmy Bones.
Woo. Okay, Justin Wong. Oh. Gets
He missed the combo, but he did a lot of damage.
If he
Jay
got
Wong
the,
is
if he
ahead
got,
though.
if he got the full combo, that likely would have been a stun. But anyways, Justin Wong getting the tiger shot. Oh, boxer! Boxer! Boxer!
Jimmy Bones takes it. Grand
Jimmy
finals.
Bones.
GG's.
He
All
gets
right,
the
good
money
shit.
and the ticket.
Yep.
My goodness, that was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible play.
Justin Wong. Good effort, but Jimmy Bones boxing just too godlike.
Yeah. So, all right. So that was Toryuken 3. So basically, it showed that Montreal was better than us, and we still have long ways to go on, just matchups and activities, and et cetera, et cetera. Just learn to get better. All right. So I felt like a lot was on the line. I felt like every person in that top 8, aside Justin, all had something to prove. Everyone has their own storyline and perspective. So, yeah, like, and I didn't even mention who I lost to. I lost to Jet 07 and Dogberry on this one, so it's like it kind of stings of like this is your home major and you lose to your own training partners. It's like, oh my god, like this is like if I'm gonna lose, I better lose to somebody like that's outside of the region at least. All right, next part. Canada Cup 2015. Snake Eyes, Valle, Ganadian, Jimmy Bones, RPG, Thello, Psychochronic, Unessential. Okay, so let me go through this one. So Snake Eyes happened to win this tournament. However, this is to play this game. You're at Canada Cup. You got to play it on a super gun. So that means you have USB inputs. You're allowed to fucking put any USB medium you can. PS3 stick versus 360 pad is realistically done. All right, cool, no problem. Second is Valle, which I can explain later on. Ganadian 87 is from Ottawa, and he is a great player for HD Remix, but his disadvantage is that he plays on Xbox 360 pad. So the fact of him having to play on a stick is just not gonna happen. So he plays on an Xbox 360 pad with a different button mapping, by my understanding. So yeah, that's the and for him to get top three, Jimmy Bones gets fourth. It's because Jimmy Bones does not like the boxer mirror match. In terms of the boxer mirror match, I'm just gonna I'll say it. Jimmy Bones loses this one. All right. You have RPG V2 and OG from Hamilton, and you have Thello from Montreal, who is known for getting top five at Evo 2009 for STHD. You have me for top eight, and then you have the new unessential, the newer Chun Li in his first ever top eight. So there you go. So all of us core five players, Dogberry, me, Oz, Jet 07, Unessential, from 9 years with a little bit of that break in between, we've all gotten at least top eight once at the home major. So that I'm proud of. That I'm very proud of that. Only ST Major in Toronto in 2015, not featured at Toryuken 4, hence the timeline skipped nearly 1.5 years. So, what was the previous tournament before Canada Cup 2015? It was Toryuken 3 with that Tournament of Legends 2 qualifier and ticket won by Jimmy Bones. There was no interest of this game in the next major, which would be Toryuken 4. So, I felt like this is 2015. This is which would be the end of the Street Fighter 4 era, if you kind of think about it. This is the final year for the Street Fighter 4 era. But however, not okay. We couldn't get this at the home major of Toryuken, but however, we were all blessed to have Canada Cup come in, and now we have a second home major. Now you have what 300 plus people entering Street Fighter 4, and you have CPT, and you get to meet Tokido and Fudo and Snake Eyes and all these top players that you have heard of. You have Marvel vs. Capcom 3, 64 plus bracket. You had Exerd. Now you have legacy emphasis. I think we've clearly shown at this time that we've shown legacy emphasis, that as long as your scene has constant activity, it can be featured at a major. And here you're featured in the grandest one of them all. Final ST major in Toronto in the SF4 era. Thus ends the first revival from 2012 to 2015. So even though we've been playing this game occasionally, doesn't have to be every single week. I think on average every 2 to 4 weeks we're able to play some ST casually. And then here we are at the whole major. Here it is. 44 entrants, a new local record. First time in a Toronto major to make it past 16 entrants. So you got to understand the history of Toronto. Every tournament that has been ever that I have, previously, the T Series, Toryuken, 16 players. Nothing more, nothing less. 16. Here you managed to get 44. So that was this clearly showed that, hey man, Toronto may be the biggest player base for Street Fighter in general, but we've clearly shown that we can have 44 people in for a tournament of this caliber, which is pretty expected in my opinion. Pretty expected. All right. Psychochronic and Jimmy Bones make history as the only Canadians to place top 8 in all 4 Canadian majors for ST. The T Series, Montreal Annual Tournament, Toryuken in Canada Cup. So we are godlike. We are the first. We are the only 2 Canadians to place top 8 in all 4 Canadian majors. That means we are legends. We the best. Yeah. Oz boxer making top 8 but has to leave beforehand as the stream is running late. Gets replaced by unessential. All right. Apparently, tournaments always run late. Streams always run late. Oz gotta leave. Family issue, something other issue. Okay, cool, whatever. So it's like, well, we're not just gonna have a buy in losers. No, okay, fuck that. Who did Oz beat beforehand to qualify for top 8? Unessential. Congratulations, Unessential. You are now in top 8 because he has to forfeit. Well, I am not going to accept, okay, he forfeits, so we have to skip that match. No, you know what? We're going to make that replacement. Alex Valle showing up 90 minutes late and must gauntlet losers. Qualifies in top 8. Losers eliminating Drew Face. RPG V2 qualifies in winners top 8 in said pool. Justin Wong unable to enter due to other bracket and stream activities, and Dogberry unable to enter, showing up late due to work-related activities. All right, this little paragraph right here, Justin and Dogberry, pretty self-explanatory. Okay, with Valle, however, now as one of the co-directors for this, because I was given a staff badge for this one, for ST, you have 2 pools, no problem. So I tell Vince, our exes, the Canada Cup bracket command center coordinator, yo man, Valle has not shown up after 90 minutes. I've ran everything that I can. Now it's like he has to gauntlet everything. Like look at what he has to go through in order to continue. So I'm like, I want your blessing. Do I put him in losers immediately? Like right now, it's been 90 minutes and he said, do it. Okay, no problem. So that's how Alex Valle got sent to losers. Basically, he showed up 90 minutes late. So they did this on the Saturday morning, and I know motherfuckers on the Thursday and Friday went to fucking Union nightclub for fucking Man Zone and Strong. Yeah, you chose a fucking trash ass nightclub, and you gotta fucking travel 30 minutes all the way from the north part of the airport going all the way to downtown. You motherfuckers. Like, really? So I know motherfuckers did go to the fucking nightclub for bum ass fucking Union and Man Zone and Strong. Fuck that shit. Whatever. So okay, Valle showed up 90 minutes late because, he woke up late, whatever, blah blah blah. It's like, okay, he has to go through losers. No problem. And then in the end, he clawed all the way to losers and then he lost to Snake Eyes. That's basically Canada Cup 2015. So yeah, pretty good. So it's like we all imagined like someone like a deity like Alex Valle coming into our home major, and this is your chance to finally play him or meet him, and etc. That's all good, man. So I felt like Canada Cup. I felt like every Canadian, everyone has something to prove, but I thought like myself personally, and even to a degree, Jimmy Bones. It's like, yo, if you place top 8 in all 4 majors, it's like you did something that no one else could achieve. And I also felt like I can still have like longevity. It's like I may not be the best player, but I can still be the most consistent, if anything. Toryuken 5, 2016. All right, what do you have here? Just showcase the grand finals. It's 4 hours. There you go. So this is the grand finals. So Climax and Justin. Climax from Pittsburgh. So SoCal. Jimmy Bones again with his kryptonite of he cannot win the boxer mirror. So last major it was Ganadrian 87. This major it's Climax. All right. Lucky Jim Old Honda. Unessential Chun Li. Atari Guile Claw. Arturo Dolls and Bort Honda. Alright, cool. First major in Toronto in the SF5 era. This SF timeline now, the second revival. Alright. Various players not entering due to the high cost of the competitor fee, $75, since we're at a gaming convention at a downtown venue, which could have affected the final outcome of the bracket. That's myself, Dogberry, and Oz. So one of the reasons I did not enter is because they are requesting $75 competitor fee plus $10 on top of that. Well, I'll also continue. First top 8 appearances of Bort, Atari, and Lucky Jim. All right, good shit. So now more players that have been learning from us, they get top 8 in the home major. So shoutouts to Bort, Atari, and Lucky Jim. So right there, 8 top players from Toronto and area that can say they made the home major once. They made it to top 8. So one of the reasons I didn't enter, is because unlike Toryuken, which is a standalone event, this is different because Toryuken was with a Good Game Con, and Good Game Con, you're comparing other games, Counter Strike, League of Legends, and also Smash. So you have Get on My Level, and you have those 5 Smash gods, Leffen and Mango, whatever. So here, this was our CPT. So, and everyone knew, like, okay, this was our. Okay, we're just gonna skip it. No, it's 1-0 climax. So, how? Yeah. This is our version of a CPT because we're part of the Capcom Pro Tour. I think this was the only spot in. No, go on. No, we were given 2 spots, which is pretty good. Maybe 3 because I think DreamHack was given a spot, if I'm not mistaken. So I felt like, as a legacy player, and also the times obviously changing of putting tournaments in convention halls, that's more money, and it's like, this is a lot. $85 to enter one game at the home major. That's where it's like that was a breaking point to me. Like, I couldn't pre-register at the time, so it was like $65, and it's like, really, that's a lot of fucking money. Even though I bought the spectator pass for this, which was $55 for 3 days of spectating at a high cost downtown venue, I I went because I wanted to support. As I got to say, yo, as an OG entering the Street Fighter V era, I am going to at least show up to the home major, because there is a difference between watching it at your own fucking house, on the stream, and going to watch it in person. In terms of the Street Fighter player base, TOSF, almost everybody. I mean, come on. So, you're going to support the event. Like, why the fuck not? So the commentary is Dogberry and someone named Mano or Enzo. So Enzo, at the time, he was a new player, but he didn't last long, basically. Like, after this, we didn't see him. We didn't see him again for like another year. Like, he didn't go to anything. So it's like, I felt like I wanted to do commentary, which I was ready for, but Dogberry at the time wanted to do it with Enzo. It's like, okay, whatever. I don't even know what the real score is, but we'll watch this grand finals. So, when you have a home major where the two Americans are a grand final, I'm like, yeah, I felt a little depressed. Yeah. All right, it's 1-1. All right.
1-1.
Yeah, we miscounted. We miscounted.
So the big roar sound that I just heard has to be smashed because they had like fucking like I don't know 500 plus fucking people in the center of that fucking ballroom, and us FGC motherfuckers, we were just given a little small piece, of a wall, and we only had what like two stream stations, and we didn't have more than what. How much general like stations do we have in our area? Like 30. Because we had Mortal Kombat, we had Pokken, we had ST,
Climax
we
Temple
had
is also
SF5, SF4.
biggest minefield of fireballs.
That's the pain of fighting old Sagat,
Yes.
even with a character as dominant as Boxer. Ooh, and a perfectly read. Yeah,
Yeah, trying to start some things after he got the super trip,
yeah,
but Jaewon just not biting.
Yeah.
Waiting for his time to punish something.
yeah. And he knows that after certain block strings, most probable move is probably a low rush in, so just throw that low tiger out and make Boxer run into it.
Yeah, these past few rounds, it's just been looking like
Yeah.
time
This is very troubling.
really bad trouble, really hard trouble.
Yeah, Justin's just going to twirl you out.
Fireballs.
2 tiger shots is enough to stun.
It's
Yep.
like that's the fucking
GG's.
Sagat's game. Make it hard to predict. Oh, baits the super.
Baits the super and
That's how
then
you do it.
done.
Oh, Justin takes
And
it.
Justin takes
All
it.
the way from losers bracket.
Yeah.
Take it with his old Sagat. And yeah, this super turbo.
Yep.
Hope
All
you
right.
guys enjoyed that. That was
Yeah.
super turbo at Toryuken 2016.
Yeah.
I hope
First
you
place Jaewong with old Sagat. Second place
Climax.
with Boxer.
Boxer.
Third
Or
place, Jimmy
Jimmy
Bones,
Bones third place.
boxer.
Again
With
with
Boxer.
Boxer.
Yeah,
And that old cat.
definitely.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed this. See you around next time for maybe around Canada Cup. Maybe that's the next time we're gonna
Yep.
have a major ST tournament.
Yep. So, yep. That's where we're going to the next part. Canada Cup 2016. So, all right. All right, got the fucking YouTube link. Open another tab. Paste. Just need to go all the way to grand finals. We don't need to watch the whole thing. It's okay. Let's go. There you go. 20 minutes? Oh man, I'm not gonna go to all fucking 20 minutes of this shit. There you go. Alright, good. Alright, so it's Matsun 2, Kusamondo 1. Alright, so that's how we're gonna start off the video. So basically, Matsun, Kusamondo, Damn Die, Shogatsu, Justin Wong Thello, Jimmy Bones El Trouble. Alright, now that it's a Canada Cup, beyond 2016 inserts, now we dissect to the 16. Me, Silent Scope, Immortal, Josh Cooper, Dogberry, Unessential, Izzy Morn, Riz1. This is pretty fucking stacked as fuck. So you had 73 entrants, the biggest ST major in North America. Alright? The first time a legacy game, CVS2, Third Strike, MVC2, Super Turbo, or Alpha 3. First time a legacy game in the history of Toronto in any era that breaks 64 entrants. So here you go. We've proven that with enough activity, we can fucking have this game in our home major, and we've fucking proved it. We've outlasted. This proves that ST has outlasted every single player base in Toronto. For as how good Third Strike was in Toronto, and then when SF4 came in, died. Marvel 2, oh, you only had a fucking clique of players fucking playing it. Then when Marvel 3 came in, no interest. You made it die. ST, we were still fucking here. So I felt like this was one of the best fucking, like, this was a Renaissance revival period to our eyes. 9 setups, so we had 8 super guns and 1 head to head. This is fucking hard to pull off in any fucking major. It's very hard to pull off a fucking arcade room. It's very hard to pull off a fucking, 9 setups of only ST, and one of them happens to be a head-to-head cabinet here. Not many people in fucking Toronto have seen a fucking head-to-head cabinet, especially SF5 motherfuckers going in. And in the scene, late SF4 at motherfuckers too. So, there you go. First tournament appearance of Jet.07 back in Canada now after 2+ years in Malta. So now Jet.07 is back, and here he is, and he didn't get top 16. I understand that you have years of rust to shake out. So here you go. You have years of rust to shake out. So this is his first turn. So 2006. So 2.5 years. So the last tournament he entered was Toryuken 3 in May 2014, which was Super Turbo Tournament of Legends 2 qualifier. All right, now we get to watch this.
I think it'll hit everyone.
Okay,
Point-
okay,
if it's
okay.
point blank. If it's point blank.
Okay, okay.
If it's one step back, it won't.
I might be thinking
So
about,
we have two
classic
Japanese
Street Fighter,
legends, Kusumondo and Matsun, in our home major. This was a fucking treat. So all you fucking motherfuckers that play ST, is this enough to get your ass out of the fucking house and fucking understand now? Here's the competition in the game.
I don't. Okay.
What? Wait, what?
Wait, did we just discover something new?
Nope, nope,
After
nope,
20 years,
nope,
we just found out a new trick.
nope.
What the heck? There's no reaction from Kusamundo right now. Wait,
Yeah,
what?
because it's a
Dude,
reversal.
really bad. Like, I can
It's
see,
a
like, all of
reversal.
the audience watching, and they're like, their mouth is agape. What just happened there? Can someone please clip that on Twitch?
Yeah, and they did clip it
Send
on
that to
Twitch.
us.
They did, and it's a reversal.
Wait, can he just do that anytime?
I don't know. How is this game 25 years old and we're just, like 20 years old and we're still discovering new things?
That's the fun part about ST. You always, or basically any fighting game. How deep of the tech do you go?
Yeah, just blocking that fireball. Gets over again.
Oh, good punish.
Oh boy. There it is, the chop.
James Shen and Rizwan on commentary.
Kusumoto should just win the world right now for doing whatever it was
You
that
know,
was.
honestly, like if you play classic Pac-Man and Ms. Pac-Man, there's actually a way to pass through ghosts. Like you can actually just go straight head on through a ghost if it like it's like a one-frame link kind of
What
thing.
is it, what a game shark?
And that's what that made me feel like right there as soon as Kusamundo went through that. And look at this, Kusamundo could be on the verge of tying it 2-2. Oh, but here comes the fireball trap.
Yeah, fireball trap.
Oh, he makes
Ooh,
it
got
over.
him.
There it is, and Kusamundo popping off. He tied it 2-2.
Matsu not phased.
Matsun's not phased. He is not flinching.
Actually, in Matsu's first match in his tournament, he was losing 0-2 versus AC Moore.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
But then he came back 3-2.
Yes, he did.
Oh, man.
He was
Yes,
like,
he
"Oh,
did.
it's done." And now he's in grand finals winner side.
Yeah, which is pretty ridiculous.
That's how
Izzy Morn had it. Izzy Morn had it 2-0.
That's how it is.
Welcome to 3 out of 5.
Supposed to be walk-up fireball. But see again that mutual jumping.
Wow.
Oh, that's gonna be
Shoryu
another
Repa.
silver, and he's gonna get a perfect with style.
Very difficult to do that. Especially in grand finals.
Yeah.
So for all the years of how everyone has said that Canada Cup was the tournament to go to if you can't go to EVO, because of the high level of talent that of internationals showing up, because of all these pro tour spots, here we have a legacy game. Here we have a legacy game that fucking out fucking made, out fucking shot out other games in other majors for this game.
Oh boy, yeah, I had to back off. That was bad. This is the hand slap catch him out of the air. Oh man, a wake up throw.
The only time Matsu doesn't DP.
Beautiful use of that jumping medium kick. Here we go again. Oh,
jab
that
hand.
was so sick.
Hey!
Oh.
The mix up. And he's
Yeah.
Kusamundo resets the
He
bracket.
resets the
And
bracket.
Matsun-
Matsu getting up.
Matsun's like, aren't we done? He's like, no, see. it's
Nah, we're
double
not.
elimination.
Yeah, double
Here's the
elimination.
line. Matsun's like, oh,
You know what it is? Matsu's not used, right?
he's like, wait.
Yeah.
This thing called a loser's bracket?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
What? Reset?
So this is a grand finals reset now.
Military.
Oh, the
Oh.
stun.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Oh.
I was so happy when they gave Honda a 3-hit combo like that. Because actually Honda
So
was
this was a treat.
coming into like Super Turbo.
So I remembered
Man and champion.
this. So there were two streams at Canada Cup, a front stream and a back stream. Front stream is, you know, obviously SF5 and Smash. Oh, throughout the weekend. So the back stream for the Saturday, I think 4 hours BlazBlue, 8 hours Super Turbo. Wait. Okay, 5 hours BlazBlue, 6.5 hours Super Turbo, which is pretty fucking long because you're showcasing almost everything featured for Super Turbo.
So, he's
Not many majors will allow that to happen on a secondary stream. 6.5 hours of ST.
Because he's Cusamundo. I don't need your charity neutral jump fierce, Capcom.
stick to the basics.
Oh boy, yeah, there it is. And so Matsun takes game 1.
Japan did not like
He
HD
went up 2-0.
remix.
Cusamundo rattled off 3 in a row.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
And so now
Yeah, it was up
Matsun
2-0.
is up 1-0. Dude, you know what? I love seeing Cusamundo's emotion. Like every time he was winning,
Top
he was, like,
8.
pumping his fist and
Yeah,
stuff.
now that we're
So
watching the
awesome
grand
to
finals,
see.
I want to do at least talk about the top 8, top 16.
So, yeah, every match.
Just for a minute.
Every matchup that's super hard and you win it.
Oh, that's tricky.
Ochio,
Wow.
reversal DP.
Wow, against Honda too, who has
Yeah, that's balls.
hurt boxes.
Definitely should have just been 2 hits. Wow.
Oh,
Right into it.
headbutt.
Sweep again. There it goes.
Yeah, I mean, you think at this point in time, Matsun would just know not to uppercut in that
Yeah,
situation.
don't DP because if you do, you're going to get Ochio'd immediately.
Fair, that's it. Fine. No, but it's like, will he go for that same?
Right,
Will he go for it
yeah,
again? It's kind of obvious. Will
Right.
Kusumoto go for it? But all right, fine, he will. And then
Right, but then that's when Kusumundo's gonna go jab throw. Alright, lockdown again. Oh wow, use that neutral jump fierce and caught Matsun off guard.
Yep.
But see, here we
It's
go.
good
This
mix
is
up.
where as the Ken. Oh my god.
Nope.
That is one of
Zoning,
those,
yeah.
like, when you see Honda jump forward and land on that fireball like that, and you're the Ken player, that's when like the light shines down through the clouds and you start hearing hallelujah.
Yeah.
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you got Aurora Borealis in the background, too.
Yeah, that's the worst too, when you sweep into fireball and the sweep hits him.
And the fireball just slowly on.
Yeah, you're like, I can't throw another one.
One more hit would do it.
Oh, man.
Just barely missed.
This is. We were all fucking just in silence.
Oh, that chop.
Ready for it.
And again, you see that. I'm just gonna keep calling it a pop off.
Yeah, pop off. Yeah, he is popping off. All right, next. All right, next. All right. Just fast forward another 10 seconds.
Canada Cup Super Turbo.
Oh, he went for that reversal to throw.
Okay. Go for the air to air kick.
Wow, fierce hands off a jab.
Oh man.
Wow.
And gets out of there with the juice kick. Ooh, not sure what that was supposed to be. But it's gonna give Kusamundo the chance to
Take the lead.
take the lead at
First time in a set.
2-1. In probably one of the, again, this match and the Ryu match, really, really tough.
Super uphill battle.
8-2 maybe, probably, maybe 9-1.
Oh gosh, just DP in his face.
Yeah. Okay,
Trip
perfect
guard.
balance on that sweep, yeah.
Oh,
no,
should have
still up.
DP'd.
And
Oh,
then
Ochio.
again, and he
Wake up,
picks it up.
Shoryurapa.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh.
Slap.
that's incredible. To be able to Osho throw the rep up because it lands right away.
Yeah.
Usually you can't even punish it.
Yeah,
It
you
has
can't.
Basically no landing frames.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 2-1 Kusamundo.
That's incredible. To be able to Osho throw the rep
All
up.
right, go back. Yeah, there you go.
Kusamundo is doing a lot of things right.
Right, super right, in fact.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ow, close to
Overhead.
stun.
Overhead.
Yeah. That's a good escape. Just don't
Funky kick.
Yeah, and this neutral jump timing over the jab fireballs is impeccable.
Shoryuken.
Right, that takes like years of discipline and training.
Yeah.
You can't just drop the stick and be able to do that at any time. Good block. He needed that block.
Oh, the accidental option select, trying to throw and come out with that fierce. Oh,
Low strong.
yeah. You know, those are situations where you let it run and then you're hoping the opponent gets
Jumps
confused.
or hits a button.
Yeah, but Matsun there
He did the only button that would have worked.
gathered himself very quickly. Yeah, that's your favorite right there, getting him all the screen. Oh, that was supposed to be jump fierce into Tatsu, I think, but he missed with the fierce and gets caught.
Nice.
Oh boy.
What's it this time?
Shoryuken.
Yeah, he's not stubborn.
Magic Pixel.
Oh boy. Tried to bait out of the super, tried to bait out a headbutt.
Fierce hands just out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, he didn't fireball.
This is scary as fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, right to your face.
Is that gonna
Shoryurapa.
block
No.
it?
He did an early jump roundhouse, which wouldn't even have hit. Hey, that's like a
2-2.
Monster special. He'll do that.
And here we go, and it's the final game. This is the final game.
Kusamando standing up.
Final set. Kusumundo.
What are you standing, son?
Best
What are you
Honda
standing
player,
for?
best player in Japan. Going up against each other here in grand finals. Kusumundo with the bracket reset after going down 0-2.
0-2. Yep.
Yeah, then win
And here we
3-2,
are,
and here
last
we are
game,
again.
2-2.
Final game.
Kusumundo, Matsun, let's go.
Really, I don't want to be biased, but I gotta root for Kusumondo. He
That's
needs
the underdog,
to win.
man.
He needs to win like a big win like this.
Yeah, it meant a lot. It meant a lot for Kusamano to win a Canada
And
Cup.
roundhouse, so whip punish that.
Everything is going Kusumundo's way. And now
Let's go.
he's at tournament point. Can Kusumundo, New Honda, take this over Ken?
Yeah.
A really terrible matchup.
Yeah, it is a very terrible matchup.
Okay, got the neutral jump.
And yeah,
Reset the situation.
you can see Matsun's a little shook because every time he throws that fireball, he chases it,
Yeah,
he
and
jumps at Honda, and he loses all of his positioning. Here we go.
Ooh.
Close to stun, but he should be okay now.
Wow.
Yep.
Good sweep.
Oh, he gets
no.
him.
This could be it.
There it
Could
is.
be it. Oh.
Good block.
Shoryuken.
Wow.
Final game. Last round.
It's all down to this.
Incredible.
Who's gonna take it? Oh,
Oh, forehand.
Ooh. That combos.
good way to start that round. Oh man, coming down so high in life, but super turbo. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Alright, got him in the corner.
Oh,
Yamamoto's
Shoryuken.
gonna do it. Matsun is your champion. And Kusumundo's like, I
Yeah.
missed it.
Yeah, he
again.
missed it again.
I missed
Always,
it again.
just always barely.
Yeah.
Even at a Tournament of Legends one, went final round.
Yeah,
Finals
went
versus
final
final.
game. And he
Uh,
missed it. Oh well.
Always a bridesmaid, but never a bride.
Yeah, so this was a pretty good top 16.
Shoutouts to
Okay,
Kusumundo. An amazing
Matsun Kusamando, Damdai, the best player in the US. Shogatsu, another invite. Justin Wong, okay, you know, we all know that he had legacy skill, so, you know, him entering this tournament and getting a top 5 is no surprise. Thello, top 5. Montreal E Honda. Just showed that Thello and Lord Jimmy Bones were still the kings to go through in Canada for ST. I mean, Lord Jimmy Bones with the top 8, and then El Trouble, who eliminated me to get the top 8. Me getting top 10 was a surprise because it kind of clearly showed, okay, maybe I have, maybe that, okay, let's just continue here, yeah. Trophy,
Keeping the game alive here on the East Coast, and I know at NEC there's going to be a cool
like
tournament.
an SBO style format.
yeah. So that's your top 3.
Shoutouts to everybody who loves and continues to play this game because
Good shit. So
honestly,
top 3. So you have me. Even though I felt like I've been struggling locally, I can still show. Okay, I may lose in the locals, but I'll place where it matters, which is the home major. So me getting one match away from top 8 and showing in this list that for this major I was the top Toronto player. Okay, clearly shows I can't be slept. Historical dark horse right here. Okay, you have Silent Scope, top 10. I don't know who he lost to. I don't know who everyone lost to in the top 10. But you have two claws, two great claws, a Midwest claw and an East Coast claw, and then you have a low tier Silent Scope, basically the low tier, like the best cami in the United States. You have Dogberry, our Walking Yoga Hyperbook, top 16. Unessential, the Rising Chun Li After Me, top 16. Izzy Morn, who got top 8 at X Mania Europe, best claw in Europe. Now he gets top 16, and you have Riz1 with Dictator, who got top 16, the best dictator in the United States. So I felt like you have your fair share of upsets, you have your fair share of talent that's also in the bracket. Also not in notes, sorry to say this, Daigo Umahara did not enter, and Onuki did not enter, because I know they were in Canada Cup for, obviously focusing for Street Fighter 5, and they didn't, I don't know if it was, I don't know, sponsor rules or whatever, hey, they're not going to enter ST. So, Daigo and Onuki not entered in this tournament. Just to let you know that. So that was Canada Cup 2016. Toryuken 6 2017. All right. Oh my God. Okay, so. How far are we in bracket? Because it's like Lord Song, Lord Jimmy Bones. Yeah, they did edit the shit out of this video, because this is not a fucking. Yeah, this is. Yeah, not a Toronto top tiers. So top 4, including winners. Alright. So I want grand finals. That's not even the fucking. Okay, whoever fucking uploaded this shit, you are a fucking idiot. Fucking. This rogue ass channel. Super Turbo. This better. I need to have the full. There you go. With Toryuken. This motherfucker fucking did not. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding. Alright, then you might as well. Yeah, because I see me in fucking comment. Yeah, I see me because. Lord Song. Yeah, Lord Song, Lord Jimmy Bones. Because I don't see Jet 07 because there's a grand finals. Alright, fuck it. Alright, whatever. Justin, Jet 07, Lord Song, Dogberry, Jimmy Bones, Unessential Chirity. So basically, Justin Wong, a bunch of GTA people, Montreal OGs, and one guy from Guelph. This one, so who do you have? Justin Wong, okay. Jet 07, our top player. Lord Song, the OG from Montreal, to whom Lord Jimmy Bones cannot beat for some weird reason in this tournament or in any tournament. Dogberry, our Walking Yoga Hyperbook. Lord Jimmy Bones, top boxer. Unessential, New Chun Li of Toronto. Chirity, OG, third strike player, SF4 champion, SF5 player. However, he's starting to get into this game finally. Like, okay, so Chirity is a genius. He plays everything, so him getting top 8 is not a surprise. Raf, from Guelph, originally from Brazil, and helped out with their big major, Treta. So I think it's done in southern Brazil, and he got top 8 in this one. The worst top 8 in this timeline? I think so. Yeah, I think this is the worst fucking top 8 in this time. Psychochronic and Atari not in top 8, along with Bort, Oz, Lucky, Jim, and David Spence not showing up. So there was a lot of expectations going on to this one. Me and Atari did not get top 8. Me, David Spence, and Bort, not Bort, Oz, we won a tournament called Super Turbo Showdown. We won the last chance qualifiers, so we get to make a team called Team Wildcard. Everyone had to qualify, it's a regional team tournament, and this team wildcard beat everyone out. So it clearly showed, okay, maybe I can't be slept on in a fucking team tournament situation. But how am I in the home major? Well, it's fucking karma. You may have won fucking STS, but you did not get top 8 in the home major. And I felt, to me, that was a fucking disappointment. On top of Atari not getting top 8 because there was some beef with fucking him and Wrath, it's Claw, man. It's like Claw's better than Guile. Like he's gonna beat. He was like, hey, come on, what is he gonna do if you lose to him? Like, and you did lose to him. Like, come on, don't need to be salty about it. And he was salty about it. Like, okay, Bort didn't show up, Oz didn't show up, Lucky Jim didn't show up, David Spence didn't show up. I felt like this was a very bad representation of us as a scene, and I felt like the morale went straight down after this tournament. I felt like, oh my god, I think we suck again. What the hell is going on? Like, did our players not show up? Lord Song loses to Psychochronic first round 3-0 and almost loses to Noel Brown 3-2 to qualify in losers top 8. That, like, are you fucking kidding me? This Lord Song almost lost to fucking Noel Brown of all people. Then he fucking makes a losers black bracket run. Either he must have beaten Chiridi or Wrath along the way. He beats Lord Jimmy Bones because Lord Jimmy Bones can't fucking figure him out. Then beats Dogberry. Then loses to Justin Wong. Then Justin Wong resets the bracket to Jet 07. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I felt like we became trash. And what pissed me off was after this fucking tournament when I get a fucking message from fucking Comeback386. He messages me, no offense, I can get top 3 in your home major. And I said, yo, all our fucking top players didn't show up. You think you can get top 3 in our major? I was gravely fucking offended he said that, because you cannot fucking travel internationally. You're always in the East Coast and maybe sometimes in the Midwest. Yo ass ain't gonna ever come to Canada to play this shit. So you have no fucking excuse. Oh, I got work. Well, guess what? We all got work. We all got families. We all got careers and other scenes and blah, 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 blah. That's all fine and cool. But yo, motherfucker, you cannot say you think you can come here and get top 3 in a Canadian major. Fuck you, come back for fucking saying that. I was gravely offended, and everyone else in our group chat was gravely offended that he fucking said that. Then again, it's like, look at the representation of this. This was pretty bad. I'm just saying, like, this was not a good top 8, because some of these people, I know, Lord Song being one of them, and Raph being one of them, yeah, you are not going to enter. They didn't enter at the previous majors. You going to enter at the next majors? We don't know that. So I felt like Toryuken 6 was one of the worst top 8s I've ever seen. And the worst top 8s in this timeline. I'm just saying. Canada Cup 2017. All right. Oh my god, that's 7 fucking hours. So we had a whole back stream of this. Alright, so it's basically, we had a whole back stream on top of a top 8 in the morning. So that's top 8 in the morning. Alright, so Matsun Kusamondo, the rematch with Tomo Aki from Japan, Shogatsu, Damdai, Koamon, first time outside of Japan, first appearance in North America, Ultra Combo, and Rizwan. Alright, and then your 9, Jimmy Bones, Silent Scope, Cross, Josh C, Unessential Chirity, Jaron Jed. Alright. 92 entrants, the biggest ST tournament in North America. 4 Chun-Lis in my bracket gave me the realization of not playing the mirror and choosing Fei Long more often. So that's when I realized, when I have in my pool, if every Chun-Li in the 5 matches I've had to play total, 4 Chun-Lis. I'm like, I'm sick and tired of this bullshit now. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? That's when I realized you're going to have to use Fei Long from this point on. This really pissed me off. And what pissed me off is that my bracket, I lost first round to Llama. Then I had to go through losers, re-beat Llama. And then when I qualified, I lost to Unessential. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That was my bracket at Canada Cup. Combo breaker pool method. 3 people qualify out of pools top 24. Thank God. So out of all the, so you had myself, me, Jed, Dogberry, Bort, Atari, Chirithie, Unessential, Lord Jimmy Bones, at least 8 Canadians. Thello, one of them. We all qualified. We all qualified into top 24. This clearly shows that we are the top Canadians for this game. It doesn't matter. We are the top Canadians of this game. There is no argument. We fucking. This is one of the hardest, unforgiving tournaments in the history of ST in all of Canada, maybe all of North America. So you got to give credit where credit's due. Like, this is not as forgiving as it is. ST Top 8 starts off Sunday, 10 in the morning. Why? Because we a bunch of early bird motherfuckers. We want our early bird special at the fucking breakfast restaurant. We a bunch of fucking old ass motherfuckers. So guess what? We're going to appreciate a top 8.
The crowd react.
All right?
Oh, God.
Huge fist bump,
Yeah.
All right,
That fist
so
bump that
stretch.
that Dragon Punch whip, he tipped
This I did not agree.
his
Fucking,
fought his way back.
I did not agree with Nagata on commentary.
We get a run back.
Did not. You know what? I'm not even going to watch this grand finals because of his ass on commentary. I'm just going to fucking smoke some weed until the next chapter. So enjoy this grand finals. I'll be right back.
Hey.
And this is ST. You know, we were given 2 hours for this tournament. We started like an hour and 10 minutes late.
And we're
But
gonna
you know
end
what?
on
We're going to
time.
end on time, dude. Ending on time. That's Super Turbo, baby. Let's
Oh my
go.
goodness. Here we go. Grand finals. First set, first match. Kuzumundo coming out of the losers bracket, taking on Matsun. What do we got here? Yep. And this is very much going to be like what we saw before. He's going to establish a big pocket, but Ken is going to have more options available to him because, as James had alluded to, the way that his fireball works, the way that he's able to in-forward in certain situations.
All right. Kusumundo slowly trying to. Yeah, see how Ken is so much more of a threat when he follows his jab fireball?
Yep.
And now all of a sudden Kusumundo has to respect on the landing to block that low roundhouse. Against Ryu, it's not as bad of a situation. So that jab fireball is such a pain to deal with it now. See,
And they can
that time
follow right through
Matsun,
with it.
yeah, Matsun using the jump to follow it. So a lot of different ways to take advantage of jab fireball. But great jump over that time for Kusumundo, but immediately taken down.
Goes right back into his game plan, not faltering. Great job there. Gets in the trip for the anti-air. Matsun looking very strong. Oh, yeah, again, following that fireball.
Oh, you thought he was going to headbutt earlier than that, and a slight delay on the headbutt. He's going to let Kusumundo get it. Ooh! Priority. Priority, baby. Low strong. Good hitbox. Good hurt box. Takes out the headbutt. Matsun goes up 1-0.
And these two they're so different in their approach. Like, he's got the emotional side, and they have the stoic side.
Yes.
You know, Matsun.
Stoic side, but also gloriously glamorous side of Matsun.
Very much so.
Oh, pork
Nice
chop.
anti-air fierce. Yep.
Wake up
Responds with
reversal
dragon knee.
uppercut, yep.
He's gonna push him back out and following that fireball. Wow.
Okay, Oicho throw.
Those low roundhouse into fireball. Oh, this time it's gonna be a big combo.
Oh my god. And you know what? That is the mark of an old school SF2 player. You could kill him with one move, but you gotta do
You gotta do
jab
two.
into uppercut.
You
Gotta
gotta
do
do two.
jab because it's just so fun to do.
Oh, yeah, got a couple of feints there. He's just trying to incite the
Yep.
jump. Yep, meets him with the fireball.
Yeah.
Matsun peppering him at this point. Oh, that was interesting.
Yep.
Caught him right on the back end.
So hard to get over the fireballs in this game. Oh, he
Oh.
tried to go for the sweep anti-air, but it didn't work. And here we go. Oh, see right there.
Baits it out.
Causing the low round out, using the low round causes the whiff. Very fortunate that that clip was. Oh, hit him on the end.
Oh, he gets in the crossover on top. That was just a wacky set of circumstances that come down the stretch of that round.
And Koemon just basically like, I'm not worthy. I am not worthy with the bows. Oh man, Kusumundo's use of that low roundhouse is ridiculous. And there you go, priority on that low strong again. Oh, try to walk up, but you see how fast Ken recovers from that uppercut? It's so ridiculous.
I'm sure many of us have been victimized by recycled dragon punches
Oh
from Ken
yeah.
over the years.
And it's invincible. safe on blocking against most people.
Yep.
Make uppercuts great again, please. All right.
Matsune looking good. We know how this can go. It
He
starts
got in
like
there
this.
with one headbutt, and yeah, scary times now.
Yep. Now he can. Super is not an option.
Oh, that was it. That was so smart because Kusamundo neutral jump, he didn't have the charge anymore, and so that was it. Kusamundo, as soon as he saw that jump, said, "You know what? I have to challenge it because if I block it, here comes a super and I die."
Yep.
So he had to challenge it with something. Try to touch a button, got a hit, and that is gonna put Matsune at tournament game. Can Kusamundo do this? Can he figure out something to make the comeback, or is Matsune gonna dominate this from start to finish with a 3-0 victory here in Grand Finals?
We're about to find out. Here we go. Grand Finals, third game.
Remember, Kusamundo has to win 2 sets.
Yeah, he's got a long road to climb, or a long road ahead of him, I should say. He's been pinned into the corner. Yeah, he's going to let him out just a little bit so we can get a little more room to work with for that pocket. Yeah, he's going to pepper him right back in. Yeah.
Interesting. Walk up, crouch, and light kick.
Kusamundo
yeah.
now with a sizable lead, pushing to the
Just
corner.
chopped him in the face.
Walking fierce.
Not sure what that was supposed to be, but you know, I'm sure Kusamundo will take it. What?
Excuse me?
You know what? If he did that on purpose, then you are literally
Genius.
the best.
All right, well, I'm back from a well-deserved
Oh my
bowl
God,
break.
A whip jump Pearson to throw, really? And now Matsune is at tournament point in a round that looked like it was going all Kusamundo. Off of a crazy roundhouse chase down Tatsu, and then a whip jump attack and a throw.
Into the dragon punch. Kusamundo being pushed back. We're going to reestablish the pocket here. There's another dragon punch. Yep. He's pushing it there, looking for those fireballs. Matsune not having it though. Nice. This is not looking good for Kusamundo. Matsune on the verge.
Tried to sneak in there with that headbutt, couldn't quite get in there.
Super now an option. Another tool in the
Nope.
Oh
Sure
my
you.
God, and what an appropriate way to finish it with that Ume Shoryu against the hand slap, that feel-good uppercut. Matsune is your 2-time Canada Cup Super Turbo champion.
GG's.
Congratulations to Matsune. Amazing job throughout the tournament. Absolutely dominant.
All right, let me just close this out. All right, so this was pretty good. So I don't remember much of much. So I know Unessential beat me. Chirithie beat Oz. Jet07 beat Mike Watson. I don't know who Jerron beat. So Josh C, I know he beat Izzy Morn and Jet07. Crossed, I think, I don't know who he beat, but I think he beat Chirithie. Silent Scope, I forget, but I know he lost to Koamon, and Lord Jimmy Bones, he got eliminated by Damdai. So this was a very tough tournament to go through, if you kind of think about it. All right, so next, Toryuken 7. Ooh, this is one of my favorites. Ooh, I did an episode a very long time ago of my top 10 favorite tournaments and events in Toronto Street Fighter, and this was one of them because the grand finals, it was the most climactic thing ever. There was a lot on the line here if you think about it, because here you go again. Let me just paste this out. All right, so even though the archive, so I uploaded this because the archive was like 8 hours, and it's like, you know what, let me just clip out the 130, the 138 out of it. So I want to go this was a fucking crazy ass fucking run. Where do we start off? Okay, so ST Grand Finals right here. So we're going to start at 2-2. So it goes Jet07, Chirithie, Lord Jimmy Bones, Dogberry, Unessential, Justin Wong, Psychochronic, and Atari. With me using Fei Long on this one. So highest ranked Canadian given the Evo plane ticket and a spot in the prestigious Tournament of Legends 3. Justin Wong already qualified at Northwest Majors 11. So here we are 4 years later. A plane ticket is not on the line because this is being held at Canada Cup and not Evo. So there you go. It's just the travel money. Chiridi getting in practice months beforehand at 4 over X 2017. So they announced another major. So if you don't know your Japanese ST majors, they have Star Cup 1 versus 1, and that's the only ST major that's 1 versus 1, and you have to qualify for it because every major in Japan is team based. XER 2 versus 2, beginners and intermediates only. XEST 3 versus 3. Giant Recital, aka Kakarugo, 5 versus 5. They introduced a new major, 4 over X, 4 Fox, 4 over X, 4 versus 4, 2 World Warrior, 1 Grandmaster slash Shadaloo, 1 new challengers. That's the dynamic of it. And Chiridi is, I know MCLSF went there because of Cooperation Cup, but not Evo Japan. So he went there for Cooperation Cup, and he went to 4 Fox. So he got Japanese ST training right there. Atari, fresh off a recent top 8 appearance at a previous major in Texas Showdown. Jet 07 loses to Unessential, but to qualify in winners top 8, but having to go through the best losers bracket in ST Canadian history. Quincy Pone, Psychochronic, Justin Wong, Dogberry, Lord Jimmy Bones, and then 2 sets with Chiridi. In my opinion, this has to be one of the greatest fucking. Oh, and we're gonna start it at 2-2. This I'm gonna stay and watch because I remembered what. Okay, when Jet 07 eliminated me, I was like motherfucker, and I threw the stick down and I walked immediately outside and I smoked a blunt. Calm the fuck down. It's like, all right, I came back, whatever. Let me watch the outcome of this. And then when Jet 07 does his run, he went through me, he went through Justin Wong, he went through Dogberry, Lord Jimmy Bones. Now you got to go through Chiridi. This is getting crazier. Now we're gonna start this at 2-2. These reversal throws are not easy to do. Yeah, these reversal throws are not easy. He's mind fucking him at this point. Now you're gonna face that ruthless Toronto YOLO style. Like, the way we're seeing this in an ST perspective, Chiridi is arguably one of the best players in Canadian Street Fighter history. Rightfully so. Everything that he accomplished in Third Strike and SF4 and then SF5. Now he's playing a legacy game. Now he's playing the true legacy game of Canada, which is ST. Now we get to see where he's made of, and he's actually pretty damn good. But here you're facing, I'm seeing this as fundamentalist in Chiridi versus specialist in Jet 07. Jet 07 don't play any other games. He don't play fucking SF4, SF5, or even SF3. Well, he did play SF3, but I think for ST, this is how I'm viewing it. Fundamentalist versus specialist. Toronto versus Montreal rivalry. Both players kind of entered at the same time, if you kind of think about it. It's just that Chiridi was just the better overall player. And so you have Lord Jimmy Bones coaching Chiridi. You have Unessential coaching Jet 07. Boop. Like, what you're seeing is Canadian greatness. If you were to watch Jet 07's run, it's pure Canadian greatness. Yeah. He's keeping pressure but being cautious with the space. Throw. Nice. He took the risk. I understand that. Like, you have to mix it up. Was Jet expecting a throw? Probably not. There's a yeah, you got to earn your way to Tournament of Legends. It's as a person that qualified for that 2 years, it's pretty fucking hard to go through with it. Like you're just fortunate enough to be in all the good situations and throw and instant overhead. Yeah, that was too early. Throw. Psycho Crusher. No. Head stomp. Oh, he had it. He had it. The pressure. Yeah, I understand that pressure sometimes where it's like it's on your lead and then you blow it. Yeah. Fake Devils reverse into throw. Even I do that too. And then walk throw. It does feel that way sometimes, yeah. He walked up roundhouse and the close one came out, and then he just did super on reaction. Like why? Why? I didn't understand as a chun. Why would you do that? I understand, but I can understand it. You were trying to meaty, trying to beat like a meaty. It didn't work. He did the super. Stun, Psycho Crusher. Yeah. Now Chiridi is kind of like understanding. Like, yeah, he kind of like with you do one mistake, you will get touch of death and then be stunned and then get comboed in for a touch of death. But one thing he can do, he can have at least 4 answers to it. Ooh. Ooh. Bro. Oh. This was crazy, yo. Never have I felt it's like, yo, I've ever felt like that Toronto Montreal rivalry. Like, yeah. Yeah, gotten away with it. He's supposed to be. He's getting away with throws that even though he's not supposed to. I get frustrated facing Jed, and he gets throws when he's not supposed to. Match point to Jet 07. Chiridi has a reaction, so I'd watch out. He can bring it back. Super, reversal super. That's the day I realized, okay, when Jed won Toryuken, that's the day me and even Dogberry realized We fucking helped this guy become a scrub, and he became in my opinion, the best player in Canada. This is in my opinion, and still, I still think to this day, Jet07 is the best player in Canada for this game. And I felt like, you know, it was a long time, it ain't an overnight thing. But, he won the fucking major. So this is one of my top 10 favorite moments ever. And it's like, I'm glad I got to, I'm glad I get to like put this in the episode. One of the best ST top 8s and grand finals in the home scene in recent memory, not counting Japanese players at Canada Cup, as the previous year's top 8 in Toryuken 6 was pretty flat and disappointing. This a lot was on the line because you had Tournament of Legends. So this is my second. Okay, we'll put this in. Yeah, scream. Yeah, that's not easy. His road was not fucking easy. There's no debate on that. In terms of if you know your ST, there is no debate. So you had me in my second of 4 appearances at Tournament of Legends qualifier. Chai Rithi also trying to qualify at Evo. Lord Jimmy Bones next at Canada Cup. So basically Canada Cup for Dogberry Unessential. Atari, I think the next major he would be going to would be Evo. No, a combo breaker. Yeah, combo breaker. So yeah, a lot was on the line. Like Tournament of Legends. Like a fantastic top 8. So me versus Jed to start off the top 8, and then after that would be Atari versus Dogberry. So new school versus old school. Yeah, that shit is not easy. Your winners finals was Chai Rithi beating Lord Jimmy Bones. So the Chun boxer debate. Okay, you've made Lord Jimmy Bones has beaten me. He's beaten Unessential, but this is Chai Rithi we're talking about here. This ain't Lord's song here. This is a whole totally different level. Unessential lost to Chai Rithi in the Chun-Li mirror match. Justin Wong lost to Lord Jimmy Bones. And he made it pretty free. And then Jet07 eliminated Justin Wong because the winner of me and Jet07 had to face Justin Wong. And that shit was going to be fucking hard as fuck. So I thought me losing was beneficial because like Jet07 won it. Because I didn't want to see fucking Justin Wong or Chai Rithi get a spot to this fucking TOL. Hell no. So I felt like Toryuken 7 had to be the best, if not one of the best for ST in the top 8. Alright? Alright, so next is, we're almost done, Canada Cup 2018. So Tournament of Legends 3 Finals. Ooh, what a treat. And we get it. So I just want the top 8. Now I just want the grand finals. Ooh, this is going to be tough. All right, so before go in, so this is Tournament of Legends 3. So Nuki. From Japan, but he qualified at CEO. So he defeated, everything's in order. He defeated me, El Trouble, Daigo, Lord Jimmy Bones, Shogatsu, and Afro Legends. Undefeated. Second would be Afro Legends, who qualified in Super Arcade. So he defeated Zoolander and Mikiri, lost to Shogatsu, eliminated Killer Miller, Orf, Lord Jimmy Bones, Ultra Combo, and Shogatsu, then eliminated by Nuki. Alright. Third would be Shogatsu, which would be your 5 of 6 Japanese invites. We defeated Donyan, Justin Wong, Afro Legends, Ultra Combo, lost to Nuki, eliminated by Afro Legends. Alright. Ultra Combo, who qualified at NorCal Regionals 2018, who replaces Riz1. So he defeated Silent Scope, Murasaki and Orf, lost to Shogatsu, and then eliminated Komoda, eliminated by Afro Legends. All right. Lord Jimmy Bowens, who is the sixth and final of the last chance qualifiers, he defeated Alex Valle, Killer Miller, and Komoda, lost to Nuki, eliminated by Afro Legends. All right. Komoda, your second of six Japanese invites. He defeated Hokuto and then Marzgati, lost to Lord Jimmy Bones, eliminated Mikiri and Murasaki, eliminated by Ultra Combo. 7. Murasaki, second at XSB and the MVP of XEST, because in order to win XEST, you have to beat 4 teams, and he reverse OCV'd 3 of them. So your third of 6 Japanese invites defeated Thello, lost to Ultra Combo, defeated Kusamando, Matsun, and Daigo, then eliminated by Komoda. So yeah, I felt for anyone that was in this bracket, like, yeah, you gotta go through Kusamando, Matsun, and Daigo just to get to top 8 and then lose to Komoda. Orf from England, who qualified at Versus Fighting in his home major, Birmingham, England. So he defeated Reno MD, who won Evo, Matsun, lost to Ultra Combo, eliminated Damdai, then eliminated by Afro Legends, which is crazy because it's Afro Legends is in losers bracket here. And then you got your 9th place, so 9 to 13, top 16. Killer Millers from SoCal Regionals 2018, who is both replacing DGV, but he can't make it, so it goes to second place. D44 Bass, but he can't make it, so it goes to her third place. So basically, I'm in that exact same realm as Killer Miller of how I qualified for East Coast Throwdown. Technical Monkey couldn't make it, so D44 Bass is next. He couldn't make it, so it goes to third place player, which is me. So me and Killer Miller had the exact same mirror of how we qualified for Tournament of Legends. So Killer Miller defeated Kusamundo, lost to Lord Jimmy Bones, eliminated Reno MD, and then eliminated by Afro Legends to get into top 8. So you defeated Kusamundo in the mirror, but lost to the Canadian boxer, eliminated the Evo champion, and then went through basically the number one guy, in my opinion, for America in Afro Legends. Alright, not bad. Damdai. So Damdai did not go to any. Wait. Actually, he did. He went to CEO and he got second. So yes, he got second. But that was 30th anniversary, and the 30th anniversary has prize bonus and emphasis, and so Damdai, instead of going to his home major, the Fall Classic, which was qualified by Zoolander, he decides to go to Last Chance Qualifier. He wins one of the 6 spots, so he wins number 4. And so for this one, he defeats Chai-Rithi, lost to Daigo, eliminated Josh C, eliminated by Orf, which is alright. So Chai-Rithi, Chun-Li, Ryu, Claw, Ryu. Oh, okay, so he got double Ryu, lost to Daigo and Orf. Right. Daigo, Japanese invite number 6. Daigo replaces Max 31 because Max 31 couldn't make it because of the whole fiasco with Primera Airlines. So that was the exact airline that cock-blocked me to get to X Street Battle that year. Well, that exact airline cock-blocked him to get to Canada Cup. So instead of another European spot, it was just converted to a Daigo spot. So Daigo, Kuni, he defeated Kuni and Damdai, lost to Nuki, eliminated by Murasaki. Alright, so that's fine. It's Murasaki, the MVP of XEST. Alright, no problem. Mikiri Ken, so an American living in Japan, and he flew all the way, and he gets the first Last Chance Qualifier spot of 6. So defeated Zargat, lost to Afro Legends, eliminated Crossed, so that's a mirror match, American Ken versus Japanese Ken, eliminated by Komoda, Blanca. Alright? Now we get to the 13, Reno MD, who is online warrior from my understanding, the DC, Maryland, Northern Virginia area. He goes to his first tournament in Too Old, Too Furious, next level qualifier, lost to Marzgati there. Then he went to Evo, which is his second tournament ever, and he wins Evo. So you have to factor in that he uses an Xbox 360 pad. So he's the only pad player in this entire thing, and you can only play if you're on super gun setups to accommodate your pad. Other than that, you're using a stick. All right, cool, no problem. Reno MD lost to Orf, eliminated Atari and then Marzgatti. So that how I see that is, okay, you beat me to qualify, but I'm gonna beat you where it matters in finals. So I felt like, okay, Reno beating Marzgatti is basically like it's like a revenge story. It's like it's the run back, but it's done where it matters. So it's like I felt like, okay, that was pretty good. All right, that was pretty good. And then eliminated by Killer Miller. All right, Josh C, who qualified at Summer Jam. Lost to Justin Wong, eliminated El Trouble. Ooh, so Best Claw beat the Best Dalsum. Yeah, Claw Dalsum. Eliminated by Dandai. Alright. Crossed, Winter Brawl 12. Lost to El Trouble. Eliminates me. Eliminates Justin Wong, who gets fucking disqualified because Justin Wong qualified for fucking top 8 for fucking Street Fighter 5, and that has Capcom Pro Tour in it. And he's like, fuck this shit, I am going to my hotel room. So he got fucking disqualified. So the match between me and Crossed, if I was to beat Crossed, I would face Justin Wong and win automatically because he got disqualified. So you were automatically, it was like a free top 16 if you thought about it. And I'm like, God damn it, I lost to Crossed where it mattered. And it's like, okay, like, I was almost for that Winter Brawl spot, almost took and almost beat him, but I lost to him in the end story, which is fine. All right, and then eliminated by Makiri in the Ken Mirror. All right, cool. Matsun, Japanese invite number 1, and defeated Atari, lost to Orf, eliminated Hokuto, eliminated by Murasaki. All right. If playing on the Astro cabinet was the priority for Super Turbo Tournament of Legends 3, they should have ran every tournament match on the cabinet, as there was nothing to be played early Sunday. Trying to finish to top 8 on the Saturday wasn't a good idea. Off-stream matches had to be played on a makeshift PVM head-to-head setup, which severely affected players' performance and the final results. ST Tournament of Legends 3 Top 8 plus 3v3 Grand Finals had direct capture, had technical issues, so they had to resort to camera to the cabinet just like the OG days. Despite tournament and equipment issues, possibly the best Top 8 overall in the history of ST Toronto due to the god tier of talent. So in my opinion, if you really loved your Super Turbo and you lived in Canada, you had no fucking excuse not to show up here. This was where all the grand fucking masters showed up, and all the people of the past, you had your fucking chances. This was it. Alright, now we get to go to the fucking grand finals.
He's having a hot streak right now. It feels like no one can stop this man, but you know what? Afric's gonna try his best. And I know he's been working a bit on this matchup, so let's see how well he does. Nice use of the spinning bird kick there. A lot of people underestimate that move, but it's so tricky to
So think a giant convention center that's part of a gaming expo, and there are technically 2 stages in one. So there's basically 2 big projectors right beside each other. So on the left would be one game, most likely to be Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition, and on the right side would be Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 2 to finish off the Canada Cup. So basically you have both crowds looking at both, which is pretty dynamic. Commentary by El Trouble and Josh C. Ooh. He walked into the throw. I can tell Nuki has practice for this because the last time he was at Tournament of Legends, which was the 4 years prior, he was in Grand Finals, but there's no way in hell he can beat 6 games of Mao. Coming from losers, you think Nuki is gonna beat Mao 6 games? That's just not gonna happen. In this case, Nuki is in winners. So who's the challenge to him?
Only one. Nice. Gonna come in.
Throw. Got.
Oh man, that was quite the sequence from Afro there.
Really great use of the close standing forward. Kind of an interesting normal to use. You can follow it up with a crouching forward to knock down or walk up and throw.
Right, it's a bit of an unorthodox frame trap in Super Turbo.
Yeah, so this has been a pretty good filler episode so far. You know, I wanted to get some local filler out. I already got my travel filler of, Seasons Beatings and Civil War and CEO. Got some local filler like past like Melty Blood. So I'm gonna get some Super Turbo episodes, getting on more episodes.
Afro so far.
Oh, I got more ST Toronto related stuff. These are just the history of top eights.
Perfect round there for Afro Legend.
I'm also live streaming this at the same time, so, but I just release it on YouTube like
Next few rounds.
a day or so later. So yeah.
Very clean.
Nice up kicks there.
No tech. Ooh, that's a lot of damage on the left on the table. Oh, Afro with the cross up.
Ooh,
Interesting combo.
and it's 2-0.
Crouch jab, stand short.
You know, Afro, he likes doing some solid combos every now and then.
Yeah,
Keep it
maybe
interesting.
if the short didn't kill, he was gonna get a fireball after that.
Like
Afro
this is the
quick.
biggest tournament we have, and it's like, well, it's take it or leave it. And if you were, and I'm not gonna lie, people will complain about convention fees and tournament entry fees. If Canada Cup was known to have the fucking earliest, cheapest one possible, if you were to pre-register the super early bird fee and one game, that's 55 Canadian dollars. And then 2% taxes, processing fees, 57 Canadian dollars. That is cheap as fuck for a home major.
I know this man has won.
And like, you're not going to America because you go to Big E's, you're paying at least $120 to enter 2 games at a major.
Big jump in. Okay.
Here, yo, you be fucking fortunate.
Moves out of the way.
And getting here is fucking flying to Toronto from wherever is actually easy, man, because like we're one of the biggest hubs in North America. So like attending this Canada Cup to anyone, especially for STTOL3, was a fucking treat as fuck. It was a fucking privilege and honor, yo. It was pretty good for the level of talent that you're expecting.
Oh, I agree. But a player like Nuki, if you give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
Yeah,
So.
you don't want to. That's why I feel like Afro needs to get to finish Nuki off as soon as possible. Once Nuki starts
Yeah.
getting comfortable, it's gonna be so much harder to win.
Yeah, Nuki with the perfect there in his first game win. So we're gonna see if he can speed more here.
Well, of course, Afro can make his own adjustments. He's a very experienced.
Yeah, he's
player.
using DJ.
I would never count him out. Right, Nuki's going to adjust. Afro's going to adjust, but I really would like to see Afro finish this off here.
Right. I mean, we saw his adjustments during the Jimmy Bone set, certainly, where he was kind of losing the first game, and then after that,
I don't want to go into a
tweaked it a little
situation
bit.
against Nuki where it's 2-2.
Nice though. Nuki with the strong corner pressure, giving Afro a taste of his own medicine.
Wow.
Nice super with the follow-up.
Nice combos from Nuki, proving that he knows all the technical stuff with his character.
Baited the super, still gets the hit,
I think maybe
and then gets thrown.
Jumping roundhouse, the nice hitbox there, but didn't get anything, got hit instead.
They had to lift and wheel up a cabinet on stage.
All right, Nuki fighting back right now, being a lot more competitive in this set
Man,
in the first 2 games.
Nuki looking like a different player now.
Nice counter from Nuki there. Yeah, that counter from Chun gives DJ some problems.
Nice anti-air from Afro.
Yeah, that's the medium punch.
Yeah, really clean.
Walk super from full screen. Yeah, that's scary as fuck.
I think it's one of the scariest moments in ST Super Turbo. Seeing Chun-Li walk forward with the super, you're like,
know Chun has that super ready.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's not like Chun can only use the super. She can pressure with punches also and have the super charged up.
she can throw low.
Ooh.
Afro Legends about to reset it here.
Set point here for Afro Legends.
Set point for Afro
Oh,
Legends.
this would be huge if he can do this.
I think he really needs to end this set here, reset the bracket. You don't want to give Nuki any more time.
Absolutely, man. Nuki with the thin life lead and super. A really bad situation for Afro to be in. And close to the corner.
Man, that crouching forward is so good.
Afro being very aware of Nuki's super. Very, very, very hesitant to hit buttons at the sweep range. Nice. Cross up. Nice.
Cross
Good
up.
escape. Nuki gets the full damage throw. And the super
Ooh.
Hold on now.
Man.
Nuki is not done. This man does not want to reset.
Medium punch to punish just a jump back. The early frames of a jump back. Alright, so this is a bracket reset possibility. If Afro Legends wins, the bracket is reset. If Nuki wins, he wins the tournament. So, a lot can happen.
Nuki's definitely made some big adjustments here. Afro's going to have to find another level, I think. I know he's capable of that.
Nuki with a counter poke game.
Yep, there's nothing you can do.
The roundhouse legs, getting 2 hits, does so much damage.
Nuki on a set point here for Tournament Legends 3. The encore. Let's see if he can close out. Nuki's pussies are absolutely incredible right now.
Nuki's turned it.
Roundhouse legs. There's nothing you can do. He has to take the hit, and if you jump, you get fucking up kicked.
Oh my
It's bad.
Big jump in, can't capitalize.
Nothing.
Oh!
My God, Nuki. What an incredible performance this year.
And Nuki is your Tournament Legends 3
Unbelievable.
champion. He's happy about this one, winning Third Strike and Super Turbo.
Yeah, he won Third Strike and Super Turbo because Third Strike was part of 30th anniversary too.
Nuki having
Yeah.
the star this year in Super Turbo.
Yeah.
And maybe even in all retro games.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, we all knew that he was training for this shit. We all knew he was training for it. The Alpha 3 portion, he didn't go. He didn't go to SCR for Alpha 3. But we all knew that, he was highly favored to get it. Alright, so that is Canada Cup 2018. And now we get to the final part of this chapter. Toryuken 8, 2019. Ooh, interesting. Toryuken 8. Alright. This take me to the final match.
Only at Fresh
Ah.
Slice, you can get unlimited toppings at one
Fresh Slice Pizza is actually pretty fucking good. Alright, so this is this casuals? Yeah, it looks pretty casual. Damn it, I want to find the grand final. Okay, there you go. Justin Wong versus Pestro. So how did we get here? Pestro, Red Eye Guy, Unessential, Missing Person, Suzuki, Psychochronic, Keon Mode. What? Only 8 players? Only 8 entrants for this one. This entry can't be omitted. Tons of local players not entered. Dogberry, Oz, Atari, Lucky Jim, and Bort not entered. You only have these 8 players. So the way I see this is a lot of $65 dollars just to enter for one game. Just seems too steep, along with being hosted in July rather than May, the week before Anime North and Combo Breakers. So I think the summer vacation really kind of, factored into, like, okay, people's plans. Usually that you would host this in May, the week before Anime North and Combo Breaker, but for this case they decided to do it 2 months later in July, so that was a factor. I pre-registered early as fuck, so 50 when I pre-registered in January, and this tournament is in July, so 55 plus is $65 just to enter one game. Well, wait, 2 games actually. Yeah, I entered 1 game. I did not enter Sailor Moon S. My fault. So I think normal registration was 65 plus 1 game 75. So it was pretty steep. And at the time, I was going through somewhat of a falling out with various people, and I don't want to explain that story, but it's like kind of thinking about it, like, you know what? I should have not come to this. I should have not come to this major because I was very frustrated. But at the same time, it's like, okay, put that frustration aside and understand that should you go to this major, you have done the right thing the whole time, and at this point, you have been to at the minimum of home majors in Toronto, 15 to 20. And it's like you did the right thing. You've been to one major of every single era as a competitor, and I felt like this was my only chance to practice for defend the North. If I July, yeah, defend the North, and then I had to go to X Street Battle in France a few months later. I didn't have a good performance the months prior at CEO. I didn't have a good performance the months prior before that in January for Frosty Fostings, because I pre-registered right after Frosty Fostings, and I did not have a good, I didn't really have a good placing in performance. Final ST appearance, it was a good ride while it lasted. Au nom du Père et du Fils et du Saint-Esprit, Amen. That's just saying it in French, and in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, Amen. Just like a prayer. It's like, you know what? We're done. I think I felt like it was a good ride while it lasted. It was the end of an era. I've been in this scene 13 years. I felt like I've proved a level of consistency that even though a game as small as ST, I can still be a great player. I've proven I can do damage in other, countries. Eventually, after this timeline, going into, further into 2019 and then going into all the way present day. So I felt like, we're done. Like, I think, like, it was the end of an era. I think we realized, like, it's time to go. So this is the grand finals of Justin Wong versus New Blood Pestro. Another Chun-Li. He's been to Stunfest, which was the same weekend as Toryuken in 2018. So, all right. Yep. This is Chun-Li versus Old Sagat. This ain't Dogberry. Old Sagat and all of us has had to face Justin Wong some way or another. So
Ooh, good jumping in. Yes.
Oh my god, this is a different Pestro. This is a different Pestro.
Showing some great anticipation and great anti-air.
let's see what you got. All right. Yeah, this is a different Pestro. All right.
Let's not get too excited yet.
Whoa. Keon mode. Calm down. Let's see. He can adjust. Remember, it's only the first. It's only the first match. This is a different Pestro. Oh yeah. Well, this is a different Pestro now. He's getting Tiger shot. Tiger lasered. Oh no.
It's a good trap from Justin Wong.
Yeah.
But it's very speed dependent on the fireball. If Pestro guesses correctly that he's gonna Jay wants to do a slow one, he can just not jump forward and jump up and leave the fireball.
He's doing so many neutral jumps.
Another one when a low Tiger is on the screen. Oh, nice.
You took more risks back then. No, that now he's trying to mash medium punch for a throw. Now he knows. Nice spinning bird kick to get out. Good trade, but then yeah. He has a Tiger uppercut ready. Nice. Oh my god, that fucking Tiger uppercut just responded to the sweep. Neutral jump roundhouse. No. He didn't. He missed. Yeah. That's what you deserve for not punishing on the dizzy. Yep. I'm sorry. That's what you deserve for not punishing on the dizzy. Nope.
but apparently Justin does.
Not safe upon recovery. You get a free hit from there. This is annoying as fuck.
And Justin very quickly goes up 2-0.
All of us top players in Toronto, one way or another. So that's me, Dogberry, Unessential, Jet07, and in this tournament, Red Eye Guy. All had to face Justin Wong one way or another. Ooh, look at that. The uppercut. Oh no. So it doesn't matter if it's a ground tiger or a crouch one. You get hit on the recovery of SBK. Of spinning bird kick. Oh my god, this is so painful.
Yeah, and you have to know that because
Yeah, I understand how fucking painful this can be.
a very little stun, even if it's a roundhouse. So you have to be aware that that could be a setup. It's like I don't want
You
to
jump, he's gonna tiger uppercut. I understand that.
foul hit, and then I'm
Tick
gonna
throw.
or uppercut you, trading damage with position. But now Justin is on match point.
Yeah.
Pestro has to come up with something to stay alive at the very least. 1 pixel left. What can he do?
Oh, standing light kick for the finish. GG's.
That was a very smart last-minute adjustment by Jaywall. Just not even do the uppercut.
And claps. And that is Toryuken 8 in 2019. So, final ST appearance. It was a good ride while it lasted. Yeah, Dogberry didn't enter because you can't blame at this point. You can't blame anyone for the price at this point. Like, all right, no problem. And finished. So that is Rarity Talk episode 64. ST Toronto history of top 8. So I still have more top 8s to go through. Do I? No, I don't actually. Actually, Rarity Talk episode list. So what do I have next? More ST Toronto. So we just did ST Toronto history of top 8s. Next will be ST Toronto at Hey USA with ST Toronto at Red Eye Guy Birthday Kumite right after that. So I want to get these two local fillers out of my way and just give it separate episodes just with its own backstory line, and then there you go. All right, so that is Rarity Talk episode 64. Thank you very much for coming by and passing by in the stream. You're all awesome.